Alright, everything's looking good here. Let's get going. Hey guys, as I nearly almost smacked myself in the face. I'm What the Fox and welcome back to Robocraft. Now, today I have no clue what I'm doing. Because I had an idea of what I want, like, basically well, I had a series of ideas of things that I wanted to do, but that seemed to have escaped me. But there's one thing that we have here, or say that I used to have, that we don't anymore, that might actually come pretty handy, especially given this. We need have tracks or mech legs. Now here's the thing. I have Megatron and I have BT. Megatron has tracks. BT has mech legs. Both are Megabots, so I can't bring them in. So, one thing I could do is I could make a dedicated tank like I used to. But this one is going to be a little bit different. I might base the design off of this guy, even a small bit, and see where we can go to with it. Now, there's no way that I'm ever going to be able to use this in regular matches, unless I scale it down a massive amount. But in return of that, but one thing that might happen if I did do that, I might end up losing some of the scale that I have. Let's say, not so much the scale, but detail. And there's one weapon that I've honestly been curious about that I have not tried yet. And I'll show you guys when we head into this new bay here. Bay 11. Why did you say Bay 11, Robo number 19? Weird. And that is these. The Team 5 mortars. Now, as you guys see, it has a good amount of health. The damage is ridiculous. But we can only have one for the optimal fire rate. And it's also very heavy. I think... Oh my god. Looks like my thoughts might be correct on this. Okay, no. It's the second heaviest weapon in this whole game, with the T5 rails being the heaviest. Wait, what? Do I not have the T5 plasmas? I'm going to need to go and rectify that. Let's see how many tech points I have and see if we can actually get that. Okay, no. Okay, so that will be the next thing I'm going to be getting. How heavy is this? Okay, the third heaviest weapon. Never mind. And I find it funny. The Teslas go all the way to T4. Wait, what? That's interesting. Why do all of the Teslas all have max fire rate of 2? That's a little strange. Well, I suppose for like energy consumption wise, just like every other weapon. But if you have like 50 of these things like stuck on the front of your tech, and you're flying around at about 800 miles an hour, that's not exactly going to matter all that much. And I think the tracks I'm gonna go for is the good old faithful T-Force. Because I used to use those for the Marauder before I had it overhauled. And these are just generally an overall, like, they're just an overall really good track to use. And given that this is most likely going to be a H-track design, and I'm going to be using it in regular battles, I would want to go for the T5s because that will greatly increase the CPU amount. And I'll just essentially just turn it into another Armada Megatron, and that's not what I want. And plus, it has really good health. 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 kilograms per mass, or for mass for each. So if I use 4, that gives us 12 Ks to work with. Now, I'm not going to be using these dinky little things, even though the mass and health on them is pretty good. These are little trucks I use for the, I believe for the 2 barrels. That tiny little tank. Alright. Now, it's been a little while since the last time I actually worked with these, so this is going to be interesting. Now, I'm going to have possibly, wait, is that 3? There we go. And that should do it. Oh my god, we're 240 CPU and we're at T4 already. That was fast. Now I'm going to go strictly for the heavy blocks, because I wouldn't mind going for the compact blocks, but the thing is, this is going to be really heavy on the CPU. And I don't want to use up too much of it before I even install any weapons. Now I think I'm going to go with the usual layout of things. Wait, I literally just said I'm gonna make a H-track tank, and what am I doing? I wonder about my own intelligence sometimes, holy crap. Okay. So, H-track tank has, well, the tracks in the shape of an H, as the name implies. And if I want to use a mortar weapon on this, then I'm going to need to do this. And I'm going to need these attached back here. But that also depends on the actual, like, area. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. I've seen some big weapons before in this game, but holy crap. So it looks like we're going to need, what, 9? Good god, that thing is huge. Yeah, because see, there's the outer edge of it right there. And we're going to need to go out to here. To the firing ring. And in fact, I'm going to need to move it out once more. Just so I can actually have room for said firing ring. Good lord. Yeah, like I said, I never actually used a motor before, so this is going to be something entirely new for me. Because before I end this series off, I do. Oh, that was fast. Well, we are only working with a 750 CPU bay, which I am going to need to upgrade, which I will be doing here shortly. But like I was saying, before I end off the series, I want to be able to. Oh, so you can't actually stick on the front. Okay. That gives me an idea. Now I know I'm only going to... Yeah, I knew I was only going to be at a place 1 there. So, if that's the case... Now, this has a minimum range in which this can actually fire from. Which I believe is this angle. So, question is, oh, we can. Ooh, we can armor up a good chunk of this. Ooh, okay, but I can't go up any higher. Would a slope block work in this case? Yeah, like I was saying, like I before I left this series, I do want to try out more weapons, because one thing I would say, even though this series is going to be coming to an end, I will say. Well, if I must be honest, I'll say this. This game has honestly been a lot of fun for me. But honestly, for me, the game that I liked more was Galactic Junk League. Sadly, that game isn't around anymore. So, but I mean, like I said, like, this game's still pretty solid. So, I honestly don't really have that much to complain about. Wow, that literally fits in there perfectly. Wow. Okay, I don't know how or why I'm surprised by that. Fine. Oh, I can't go to max yet. It needs to go to 2000. Here we go. Okay, how many do I have then? Wait, how many do I have? I'm not actually sure. 166. Okay. So that means I'll be to go to 1700. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. But we are going to need to get more robots in order to be able to upgrade this further. So we can have a max CPU bay. But like I was saying, like I can honestly say I don't really have a problem with this game. Except for when comparing this to Galactic Junk League, I honestly say like that game honestly just had like I just generally enjoyed that game more because it had the whole aesthetic that I liked, and honestly it had really solid game mechanics. But like I said, like sadly that game's been gone down now for a few years now. Now that I think about it. But I mean, like I was saying, this game's still pretty solid. So I don't have complaints with this game. It's just that I feel like this game now, for me, has just been going on for a while. And I will honestly say I am slowly running out of ideas. T5 Plus at max level is OP at the moment. I'm an idiot. I think I have my weaponry for this. Mortars and plasmas. Because that's another weapon that I don't have a lot of experience with. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. And if I must be honest, like, I'm like still honestly like a little bit disappointed that Galactic Junk League went down, because honestly like that game like had a lot of potential. I will honestly say like that game had a lot of potential. Because I mean like the game modes are fun, the ability to like build your own ship and like the whole mechanics and the different types of ships you could use, and given the fact that the different ships had their own abilities and even their own like dedicated blocks that they could use, say specific blocks they could use. So that's really fun. But like I said, like that game's gone down. I think that game got shut down when? I guess 2017, 2018? I think. It's been down for a good few years now. And was it 2017? I know for a fact because I started playing that game not long, or not far into my my whole YouTube career, which is kind of crazy when I think about it. Wow, that's honestly kind of nuts. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, the whole realization that I played, like, well, I played this game and Galactic Junk League. I think it was around the same time, so that was 2016. Yeah, I'm certain that was 2016. That was what, 6 years ago? Because I can remember like seeing the message being posted up for us, saying that the game was going down. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's been around that time. Or around that amount of time. Which, like I said, looking back on it now, it's kind of crazy. Wow. The one thing I will say is that the stuff that I've seen from the sequel to this game, it does show promise. And I'm not going to give my opinion on the game yet. I can't say if the game is going to be good or bad, because honestly I just haven't seen much of that game other than like a couple of the teasers that was put out for us. But like I said, from what I've seen so far, except for the voice crack, it's got me intrigued. Because apparently it's, from what I've seen and from what I heard, it's going to be a lot like the original version of this game, like when pilots and everything were involved. Which honestly makes me hopeful that the sequel becomes just as good as what this game used to be. Because I will be honest, I joined this game 2016. So the whole beta phase and like everything to do with the pilots, I missed that. And from what I've been hearing, like, I'm okay. From like opinions of other people, is that this game used to be better around that time, like around with the beta and stuff. Which, if that's the case, that's kind of sad. Because I mean, even though that this is a free-to-play game, and I will be honest, it's a free-to-play game done right. Because all of the paid stuff in here is all cosmetic. You don't get any. You don't get any. And I think you also get. Oh yeah, and you get increased XP and robots. That's it. You don't get any of the specialized blocks. You don't get any like specialized subscription thing. Nothing. You just get some extra bonuses so you can like progress through the game a little bit faster. Which honestly, for me, like I said, is a good way to do free to play. And I did not mean to make that rhyme. Because if you're going to do free to play, then don't have exclusive items for like seasonal or battle passes that is only available for paid players. Because that just puts the free players at an unfair advantage. Because instead of giving the free players the same thing as what the paid players do, you're just going to you're literally just giving them like a crutch or something. Well, I can't really say a crutch, but yeah, like I said, you're putting them at an unfair advantage because you're not giving the free players the same thing as the paid players. Now, I can kind of understand why one way, because the whole like marketing system and everything around it. Because I mean, people put money into the game to help keep said game going. And you're not exactly going to like limit the stuff, or you're not going to give the paid players nothing. You're going to give them something that you feel that they deserve. Which can be seen as unfair in some cases, especially where like the whole like exclusive gear and everything comes from. And come to think of it, Galactic Junk League was a lot like this too. Because I mean, I think that the only thing that you could get if you paid with skins and credits. I think that's it. Which I mean, like I said, like that is a free-to-play game done right. I mean, reward the people that paid the money to help keep your game going, but at the same time, don't put them in an unfair advantage so they just wipe the floor with everybody. Because that's just going to make the game unfun and unfair to the free players. Because honestly, like, I do see a lot of upsides to free-to-play games than what I do even with, like, standard, like, I full on, like, standard retail games. Because, I mean, the name isn't a friggin' title. It's free to play. Anybody can hop into the game, pick it up, and enjoy it. And if they choose to, they don't have to spend a dime. Which honestly is good for people like me, because, like, for as much as I love playing these games, I don't exactly have the money to go out and, like, buy stuff for the game. I mean, I'd love to help the developers out of said game, but I'm just not financially capable. Because I mean, I love to help out anybody any way that I can, as long as I'm able to do it. Because I don't have any credit cards or anything on me. And honestly, I doubt I ever will. Those things just seem to be a bit more trouble than what they're worth, honestly. And I'm going to be getting a level up here now in a minute. Because when you have free-to-play games, what would be a good one? Come to think of it, I can't really currently think of a game that has like a free-to-play system like that, where they give players or give the paid players an unfair advantage. Well, especially in the PC games, I mean, mobile games, they're a whole different can of worms. Because when it comes to like the whole premium money, which could be let's say premium currency, or it could be gems, diamonds, or anything like that, depending on what game you play. If you have the money to do it, you can easily shell out like hundreds of thousands. You could easily shell out $1,000 just to get yourself built up. Now, is that unfair to the people that play free? Yes. But is it reasonable given the context that you're helping out the developers? Yes. The one thing I'll say, and there's one game that comes to mind, because I've seen Russian Badger play this several times, he's done like several friggin' videos on it, and that is Rainbow Six Siege. Now, he's mentioned this in his own videos, but how they got skins handled most of the time, is that you have to gamble for them. Like, you have to buy all the packs so you can guarantee to get, so you guarantee to get what you want. And honestly, I agree with them. That is not a good way to go about it. I mean, yes, it makes the developers do get more money, so they're able to do special events. But at the same time, giving people the option to buy what they want is also very nice as well. But like you said in one video, like, it's kind of an upside downside kind of thing. Because like, if the developers of like Siege and stuff like that, or any type of like free-to-play game, for example, that gives you an advantage, in the way of using money, then wow, my brain is trying to fry on me. Give me a moment. I'm honestly trying hard not to talk out of my ass. Which apparently right now that's not an easy thing for me to do. Frankly, I'm not surprised. Damn you, brain. Why must you be useless bag of ass? Whoa, why? Why can't they? Huh? That's a bit weird. Why? Okay, so I can place those there. But I'm really confused. Huh? Okay, that makes no sense. How can I place a slope block, but not a full block? It's literally the exact same width, or height in this case. Okay. Okay. Like I was saying, when it comes to free-to-play games and the whole like monetary aspect of it, I think it's best to look at it as kind of like an upside downside kind of thing, like what Russian Badger said. Because I mean, while yes, it is kind of, I would say, especially given how Ubisoft handles it. But at the same time, you are giving, or say you are like feeding into that system of like helping out developers. So like some can say it's an absolutely stupid system. But when you see things from like a different perspective and say, hey, if it weren't for like these people giving said developer money, then there wouldn't be like special events. Take a look at Croissant for instance. the events in that game, wow, they're absolutely stellar. And why are we able to get events like that? Because of people spending the in-game money. That's literally it. But when you have a system that forces you to get things that you don't want. I mean, I do agree, like I was saying earlier, like I do agree what Russian Badger was saying with the whole kind of like scummy approach, but you can see like the upside downside to it all. Like it's like people spending boatloads of money to these developers, so they're able to make events like this. Yeah, there is a bit of an upside downside to it, but at the same time, you also have this whole thing where it makes it honestly a bit frustrating for the player. Because like instead of people being able to get the stuff that they want, then they have to go out and like shell out extra money just to say, hey, I want this thing is cool, but I have to, but instead of me spending this X amount of money, I have to spend out that amount of money and get things I don't want. That, I will be honest, that aspect, I'm not a fan of either way. I'm honestly not a fan of it. Because like I said, while it makes the developers more money, and they're able to make better events, at the same time, a line kind of needs to be drawn. And it mainly comes from how far do we take this until like before it just becomes like frustrating for the players. And honestly, I feel that's where the whole like gambling type of like RNG aspect comes into play. Which, well, like I said, while there's an upside to it, there's also a downside. So, I guess best way to put it is, sorry to sound simple, but take that for what you will. Ah, shit. Keeps going to need to go somewhere else. But, like I said, I digress. And one of the things that Russian Badger said that honestly makes a lot of sense. Game companies, they're corporate companies and they exist to make money. Because without money, they won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to make any games. They won't be able to Like, they literally will not have a business. So, yeah, again, like I said, take that for what you will. And it's not exactly like an easy thing to kind of like swallow, but I mean, when it really comes down to it, like, yes, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. It's the honest to God truth. I mean, we can say that we absolutely hate like big businesses and like business practices and whatnot, but like I said, at the end of the day, like, that's just facts. Like, that's how that's how like a lot of things that need to be run. Which, while it is sad that things need to be done like that, there really isn't a choice. Because you either have a company that does exactly what the player wants, or say what the players want, and unless they have what the players want at a profitable money amount, then that company is either not going to get anywhere or is going to go under. And that's what happened with Galactic Junk League. I mean, that was a great game. I thoroughly loved it. But the content that the game had, and given that it came out around, I think it came around the same time as this game, if a little bit later. So like, it had this game to contend with, and any other games that came out at the time. Like, it just didn't have enough that the players wanted. I mean, sure, yes, it was able to keep afloat for a while, but after that, especially like once people lost interest in the game, it went under. And that's why it's not here anymore. And I will say, I love the fans that say, we love this game, let's take it into our own hands and remake it, but remake it in such a way that none of us gets in trouble. Now, if someone were to remake Galactic Junk League, like where that game is completely shut down, I can't say for sure if people would actually get in trouble for it or not. Because I mean, like I said, that game is completely gone. That game just does not exist anymore. And funny enough, but there's a little bit of like, or could be considered a contradiction to everything that I said, and it has to do with the original Doom. Because I found an article a while ago. It has quite an interesting story. Now, when the original Doom was first released, the ESRB was still just getting started. I mean, it existed, but there was no actual proper systems to rate, to give them the proper ratings. So what a lot of companies had to do is that if there's anything violent or anything like gore or anything like that put into it, they had to be taken down and modified. I would say they had to be taken down, modified, or just removed. And it was Sega had a game out at the time they had to do that with. They had to go and modify the game. And I believe another company had a game out they had to do the same thing with. Funny enough though, id did not. And here's what's crazy. The only reason that they were able to get away with keeping the games on the shelves, they gave it to the stores for free and let them keep the profits. I'm not kidding. And it was because of that conscious decision is what allowed Doom to stay and fly off store shelves. And honestly, I call that a stroke of genius. Because when you're faced with something new coming up, and you you have to comply with the rules or else risk getting your game taken down to a new system that's been implemented, what do? Do you comply? Have your game removed? Or do you give the or do you give it to the store for free and let them keep the profits? And honestly, that story still blows my mind to this day. Because it's all because of that conscious decision to do that is what allowed Doom to become so popular as what it is. Which honestly, nothing short of it actually does nothing short of amaze me. It does absolutely nothing but amaze me. The original guys at id were absolute geniuses for coming up with that. Because they could have easily complied with the regulations, had the game removed, modified and whatever. And sure, funny enough, another infamous game, Carmageddon, had to get the game taken down because of it. And that game, I believe, was released in 94, 95? So, yeah. That was only a couple of years later. Was it 97? I'm gonna check something here real quick. Okay, here we go. When 97. Here we go. For MS-DOS. And the funny thing is, that game was banned because of the violence. And like there was whole like stories and everything of it. Of it like just being infamously banned. Oh. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, God. How low can I actually go with this thing? So it looks like about 5 degrees. Whoa. I might have something deadly here. Whoa! I can't say for sure yet, though. And was it all the people in that game had to be swapped out for zombies, and it was later put back on the shelf? So, like, it just really goes to show that, like, some marketing things are a good idea, other things are just not. Okay, let's see what we have in here. We got rare arrow flak. We also have this one. Well, I actually kind of like it, like the beefiness of this. Oh, crap. I just saw some blocks if I got to swap out. It's a good thing I've seen it. Because I might actually take this out into battle and just see how it performs. I know it's going to get destroyed because it's not done. I mean, well, most of the body is. But it doesn't have the second set of plasmas, and it doesn't even have the friggin' energy cube, which I'm going to be sticking in the back. It's looking quite interesting. And plus, if we can get some kills with it, hey. Now, like I said, I do not have, well, I will say, I do have some experience with the plasmas because I actually did use those on the Marauder ages ago. Because I was testing out different weaponry, and that's one of the weapons that I want to try. And those weapons worked out pretty solid. But the mortar, no experience. I literally got no experience with that weapon at all. So I have literally no clue what the hell is going to happen with this. Okay, so we got a Protean player in here with us, and ooh, oh god, 2 Protean players. Was it Javi and Jellyfish? This is, it's like. And the reason why I won't run out to curve blocks this time, Because I want to go for something different. The frig. That's the first time I ever heard the thumbs down noise. Yes, I think that's what it was. I was thinking of like going with these slope blocks, but they didn't seem to have like the type of like beefy feel I want to go for. Oh Jesus! I'm hauling ass. And also another reason why I didn't want to go for the T5s, due to the high CPU amount. I wouldn't be able to have multiple of them. And one thing I'll say, redundancy is insanely important. Damn it. Okay, so looks like the zoom level is the same, which is interesting. Jellyfish of Happy. Interesting name. I'm really curious to see if I can get a kill with this. I would say that this is probably like the first time I ever went like full like energy weapons. I mean, well, you could say that this whole entire game is full of energy weapons. But rockets, I mean, they use physical things. Well, come to think of it, this is used on a mortar shell, so yeah, this isn't entirely energy based. Damn it. That assist. Why are you trying to take me off the freaking hard? Hey, that's another assist. Come on, kill something. God, that thump. Let's say that thump. It's thump. Thump. Hey, wow. Just hearing this weapon, like, it just means business. Thump. 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 Like, it just has like a deep, like, just like a very like beefy sounding to it. Bonk, bonk. Can I get me with that nonsense? God, the fire rate on this sucks. That's because I'm only using two plasmas. When I get the other two, it'll be able to fire faster. God damn it. Jesus. I cannot hit a damn thing with this. God, this is a weird weapon. I will honestly say that this is a weird weapon to use. Even when it's at its lowest angle, I almost said langle. It still has some distance to it, which is weird. Because you'd think, when you have like pointing at the ground, we have like very short distance. But this loves the freaking shells, no matter how low you have it. That's probably why it does so much freaking damage, because it's a very weird weapon to use. And I know I mentioned before about me like ending up a series. And I will be doing that soon. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I definitely need that engine cube like quickly. Ow. One thing I'll say, even though the fiery on this sucks, there's some pretty hard-hitting weapons. I mean, Jesus. So what, I got 2 T4 plasmas, and I got a mortar. Let's go to Linical and Eudis 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this is definitely going to be more of a I feel more of a kind of like an assistance craft, more so than a full-on like attacking boss due to its low fire rate. But I mean, if we can hit things for like over 200,000 damage, I mean, there's not really much you can say about it. You see. Oh, it's just play. Okay, let's go in again. And one thing I honestly say is after switching from rapid fire weapons such as the chain guns and llamas to such like slow firing weapons like this is a little weird. Because I'm used to just like dumping bullets and rockets at enemies until they're utterly obliterated. Well, this... Okay, we got elimination this time. That won't be any good then. Where's the fireball? Kind of thing, but before we actually go in there, I'm gonna finish painting this up because I do want this to give it the proper paint job, which I'm going to need red, orange. Hang on, let me have a look here. Just so I can like have a look and see what my pixelated fire looks like, so I can make sure that I get the colors correct. Okay, so it's yellow first, orange, then red. Okay. Okay. So that means these shields are actually going to need to go yellow. Okay. I think there's also blue flames you can get as well. But they're like really tiny flames. And I could be wrong, but I think I'm after seeing the lights flicker here, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna lose the power or not. Just putting that as a warning. Just in case I do. Okay. So I want the flames to reach about right here. So if I do something like this. And no wait, if I have it like this, like pull this back down a little bit. So that means that would be orange. Oh, this would be red. I think. This would be orange. Wait, let me have a look. So I'm getting confused now. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking like just general pixel art of fire, and I'm kind of getting my basis off of that. Which give my brain is that's an interesting mixed bag. Okay, so if I go like this, then the orange is going to need to be too long as well. Okay, I can work with that. So red, red. Let's go orange, make all that too long as well. That means this is going to need to be, whoops. That's going to need to be orange. This here is going to need to be orange. And this right here is going to need to be yellow. Yes. Okay. That honestly looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. You know, let's have the blue flames. Why not? So that means this is going to need to be yellow. No, wait. If this is going to be fire, why not make it white? Why not make it white? Yeah, let me have a look here. Yeah, it's like almost white at the front. At least I've seen like it goes like a very bright yellow. But like I've seen fire and like things getting hot, I turn white hot. So it's kind of like that. Okay, so that means okay. Oops. No, I'm going to take that off. Switch back to this. This is going to need to be white. Yep. Okay, so this is going to need to be orange. That works. And this is going to need to be red. Okay, so... yeah, I'm going to need to get on the inside of this. Hey, Valorel! Okay, I think I kind of... yeah, this is supposed to be 2, not 3. So that means... there we go. Not much, I'm just continuing with the... I'm just painting up the fireball that I have here. Oops, that's supposed to be orange. No, it's supposed to be orange. There we go. Ice flames! So let's say I think that's the first time I've actually like done flames like this. And just having this whole section in front section white. Okay, so this will be yellow. Very nicely done, thanks. And I believe these were right here. Yep. Now I think, wait, these are yellow. I think I'm gonna leave the weapons black. Good, nice contrast. So I got a new build here using weapons that I don't have a lot of experience with, and it's not finished yet, but I'm just in here painting this up. So I can have it done. And you extend a little bit more of the red. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Okay, so this, where does this go to? Okay, here we go. So, white, be more regular with the red. Okay. So... oh, I got an idea. I'll extend this bit down a little bit further. And oh, if I keep going like this, I can make this look like it has like a fire trail. Okay, so... okay, Yeah, that's gonna be red temporarily. Come here. Give me the paint tool. Okay, so that's 2 lengths. 2 lengths. 2 lengths. Oops. Let me paint the block underneath. And... okay, wait a minute. If I do this... make that black. Take you off for now. Switch. Go with that. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be going all the way down. Ooh. Keep more black parts and more thing. And so to wait to try. Oh, okay. So oops. Let's go say I didn't have a block there? What? Well, if I leave it like this, I have it look like a fireball. Then the whole like back sides of it will be black, but I'm not sure if that will be enough. Some black lines between the red one. Okay. So, with red, black, red, black. Some spaces must feel like a fire. Okay. Okay. So now if I do this. It's kind of more what I'm looking for. And okay, so that's going up by 2. Okay, so what happened if I make this at 1 shorter and then bring it back by 1? So if I do that, bring the lines back by 1. Wait a minute. The trailing part sticks out a little bit further. So if I do that, oops. Wait a minute. If I just do it like this, yeah, that does stick out further. So what would it look like if I did this? Now, does this look better with the with these triangular pieces here, white, or is it red or black? Right, okay. Oh, wait, those are the short ones, aren't they? The short struts. I think. Yep, there they are. Now, where's that carbon thruster I had? Carbon... there it is. There we go. So I had these here to increase my speed. And where's my speedometer? Here it is. Now... oops. Wait a minute. If I do that... have these red. I wonder how this would look. Okay, so those would be white, these would be yellow. Yes. No, leave it black, okay. This honestly looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. I might do the same thing for the inside. Okay, so where the hell? Okay, so there's the red. How far does that go? Okay, so the red starts... this is side laser. And this was good, as you did before. Oh, make the side laser red? Leave everything as black. Like this? Oh, the blocks, okay. Middle is red, okay. Okay, so I'm going to need to remove this block so I can paint it. There we go. Because that will give me... oh, okay, here we go. Now, how does that white go? So the yellow. Yellow, so what am I looking at here for the yellow? Oh, okay, so I'm looking at this part here that goes further back. Okay, so that means this here will be yellow, I think. Yeah, because that part, that block there is yellow. So that means this would be yellow. This would be orange. Oops. And the rest of this would be red. Okay, so how far? Okay, so that would mean this part right here, right where the shield is, be red. Right there. Looks really awesome. Thanks. Well, you came up with the idea how to change some of the parts, so I can't take all the credit. Okay, so now okay, how does it look for this? Okay, so what color is this? White. Oh, leave this under part as is? I just leave it all black? See it from out of the garage. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, we got illumination. Yeah, paint. Yeah, I will be honest. Like, the paint job does look really good, especially with your suggestions. Because, like, I want to go for something different than what I did with the Marauder Mark II. And yeah, I think this is really going to help set it apart and really go with the whole fireball idea. Well done. Well, thanks for the suggestions. Oh Jesus! Okay. Where'd Strong Tooth go? Oh, here we go. Yes. Good God! This is what you call thick as pea soup. Can't see anything. Oh, I hate fog like this. Whoa. Oh, goodbye. Life Dreamer, where are you going? Well, I think he just went after his own death. I gotta recharge here. Whoa! What the hell? Well, you're going down, buddy. Come on. There's another one of your rotors. And down he goes. There we go. I got no kills for that. Are you serious? No, to be fair, that round did go relatively quickly. Good Lord. Didn't get too much for XP, but I call that match a success. And apparently the rank in it and weapon power agrees. Show me the other new build. Okay. Now, it's not finished. I don't even have it painted. I don't even have a name for this yet. This is kind of what I'm going for. A H-tank design to go with daily quests like this, and I want to go with weapons that I do have some experience with the plasmas, but the mortar is a weapon I really wanted to try that I have no experience with, and I did try this out in a match, and I will say the mortar is a weird weapon to use. I mean, it packs a hell of a punch, but how the shell flies, it flies weird. Let's change the plasmas for lasers. Alright. Yeah, I can do that. It's like someone throwing a baseball in a tornado. it just like... It just like spirals in the air. It's weird. And even when I have it set to like the lowest angle, it still freaking lobs it. It's weird. Enough AoE with the mortar, yeah, I would honestly say. And to be honest, given the low fire rate of the mortar, I could use something with a bit more of a fire rate, because the plasmas I have now, they do pack a punch just like the mortar does, but the fire rate and it kind of sucks. So I might swap it out for T4 lasers to help compensate for that. And I have good spots where I want to put them. Though I find it funny that I have the mortar in essentially what is a giant bowl. When to purchase, use one of my strict bots. Oh, okay. And the funny thing is, even given at the walls that the mortar is, there's up around the mortar. What did I just say? Mortar. Is still able to fire at the lowest angle. And one thing I'll say, that mortar can take some punishment. Because I had some direct hits on it, and it barely even changed the shade of color. It's ridiculous. I can honestly see why it's such a high tier, because it could take a beating. The damage it does is utterly ridiculous, but it's really difficult because, yeah, I will honestly say that, because even though I used it for a match, and I did test it out in the firing range, and yeah, I will honestly say it's weird. It's a really weird weapon. I mean, sure, yeah, it has the potential to literally tear a enemy bot in half, but yeah, you have to get used to the range of that thing. Yeah, I will honestly say I need a lot of practice with it, because that is honestly the weapon that I have the least amount of experience with. Because especially after using weapons like, oh crap, I picked the wrong bot. Oops. I meant to go with the fireball, not with the new bot. Oops. I literally just realized that I accidentally picked the wrong one. I was like, why am I only at 1700 CPU? And then I realized the name. I was like, oops. Maybe I'll be able to get a, oh god, those are dual ions. Those are T5 ions too. Oh, that one looks a bit like a scorpion. I did not mean to pick this. And I went for the rounder blocks for like a bit more of like a beefier feel than what the slopes do. That is such a weird. It looks like a giant like square tin can. Like what? What's a flies like one too? It looks like a foreign tin cans. Highly explosive and very dangerous tin cans. freaking... I just figured I would have been able to hit that guy. It's more a defensive gun and not an offensive one. Ah, crap. Yeah, I do want to see Furnace to be like a bit more like a support weapon than an actual like full-on like attack weapon. If that makes any sense. Because, like I said, while the damage is just ridiculous, the fire rate and the flight path that the round takes honestly just really offsets it. I mean, it balances it out, but it really does offset it. Goodbye. And it doesn't have the fact that I have so much experience using chain guns on llamas, and switching to something like this, that makes it even weirder. Must be on ground. What was that? I don't think I've ever seen that message code before. Well, there you go. Mine's kind of surprised that we actually managed to stay alive. But at the same time, I was also playing very defensively and I wasn't getting into the enemy's faces. I was mainly just hanging back and just trying to launch some like weird-ass mortar shells into enemy faces. Though I can honestly see, like you said, like with enough practice, it's only a ground weapon too. So that's why that message showed up. Weird. Well, we got that one done. And there's one thing I want to get in here. Party play. Okay, we can do that one next time because I'm almost out of time. Okay, this one I want. Here we go. Set the flag. You two ground units only. Oh, okay. Because I got all the struts, I got all the blocks over here, and the light blocks, like I'll buy them if I have any like robot stuff over, but I really want to get this stuff first. Even though I do have a good chunk of it. It's kind of helpful, but also kind of weird that the stuff that you have unlocked, let's say some of the stuff you have unlocked, carried over from the game beforehand when they before they came up with the tech tree. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. Team deathmatch. Okay, I'm going to add some lasers onto this thing. Here we go. T4 lasers, where are they? I go for the carbon ones, but given that I'm not sure of what like color scheme to go for this yet. Okay, so yeah, I need more CPU for this, but you always have the tech tree in the game. It's weird, like, I don't know, for some reason I remember a time that I think I might be remembering this wrong, but I thought like the tech tree was something that was it wasn't in the it was something added into the game later. Because I thought like the way it was before, like before they had the old tech points thing, is that like you gained weapons like by leveling up. I could be completely mistaken, But I thought like that whole like system changed. Like I said, I could be completely wrong. But I don't know. For some reason I remember the game being like that, and I don't know why. Like I think this was like during like when I used to play the game back in 2016. I could be wrong. In the basket, and they removed the tech tree for that time only, but people didn't like it. Oh. Because I thought I remember a time where like the tech tree wasn't in it, and I think I was around for that time. So I think when I got back into to the game, or when I was playing this game originally, I think was it I remember thinking that the tech tree was something new. Like I said, I could be completely wrong in that. Alright. Well, I don't know if you left the game when they implement the crates that you win a match. I think I remember that. I think I remember that. I think I remember the crates. I think. I don't quite remember. Before and after the tech tree was always been there. Yeah, I think I was there for the crates. I think. I could be wrong. But sadly, that's gonna to do it for this stream, guys. So eliminate the like button if you guys enjoyed, subscribe, ring a bell if you guys want to see more stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys. Well, next time now, well, I'll be continuing this new build here, and I'm honestly not sure what else to be doing after that. Because like I feel like once I have all the bots that I want to have built, like that would be like a comfortable place to end off this series. And well done with the paint job. And thanks, but I also have you to thank for the suggestions.
I will ask you a question. I want you to be 100% honest, and you'll be tired of it. Your boy, how come you never spend?
Yeah, mech for combat and helicopter. I think I might do that. Because that's one thing. I mean, well, I have BT, but he's a megabot. I'd like to be able to have something for like regular matches. I think I might have a fun idea for that. Something with a helicopter. Well, yeah, like I was saying, I think once I have everything that I want built, I feel like that's gonna be a good place to end off the series, because like it's going to feel like complete to me. It's like I got done everything I wanted to do. Well, there's still a couple of streams left at least. So let's see what happens next. No, I was saying it's going to be interesting.